I am experienced. Controls. Total control. Difficulty. Pro. NHL settings. Thank you for setting up your hospitality settings. Accessibility. Go back. Accessibility settings. Settings. Accessibility. 60. Audio accessibility.
Somebody
Master
turn this hell
volume.
off.
10. A quick way to
Menu narration. Yes, please.
Ice Q is an all-new logic-driven anime. Read the attack. The all-new, thanks to the all-new Hockey Ultimate franchise. Get ready for
Franchise mode. I skipped over that a little too fast. Favorite team? I mean, come on now. Don't start me on the motherfucking Panthers. There we go, baby. Boston Bruins, baby. But it's not the Bruins. I entered a block scene, apparently. Okay. It's not just the Bruins that we're doing today. The Bruins are my favorite team. I might have one of those started up offline. Hello, Juan. Welcome in. But we are starting officially. And the reason why I'm doing an intro for this is because maybe this will actually make it to YouTube. I'll have to find a way to get the VODs on YouTube. But yeah, I want this to be on YouTube as well as live on Twitch right now. I'll eventually end up getting that figured out. But as of right now, this is the beginning of our New York Islanders franchise mode. We're doing authentic, and we're going to be doing the before the season started rosters as well. Y'all know it. It's gotta be Kevin Fisher. Yasirski. Team. It's not Boston. It is a team with arguably the worst prospect pool, the worst future in the NHL right now. It is none other than the New York Islanders. Sorokin, Barzal, Dobson are our top three players, and those are the three that we're running this for. We're doing this for them, and honestly, Bo Horvat, he's on the table too. I'm saying it right now. Sorokin, Barzal, Dobson are top three. Juan, you don't have to know what's going on in order to be enjoying these vibes, because this is going to be a big one. This is going to be really important. Look at our total team budget, 106 mil. Arena age, UBS, 4 years old, so we don't have to worry about playing in some super old arena. Our owner has a lot of patience, so that's good, because I'm not going to be the owner, as we're about to get to. Division realignment. Now, I'm not going to touch this. I just want to make sure everyone is where they're supposed to be. So looking at the overalls were a little deflated this season as opposed to last game. I say last season, NHL 24. Like, the lowest overall in that game was like 87 or something. It was crazy. So the LA Kings are 83. They're the lowest in the Pacific. Got a few 85s in the Central. That's the lowest there. And then over here, we've got the Habs are 85. And then the Pens and the Caps are 86. Philly's 85. I don't really know how we're 88. But the Isles did make the playoffs last season. Oh, the Blue Jackets are 84. Okay. The Isles did make the playoffs last season. So we're going to try to continue that while also doing a better job than what Lou Lamoriello has been doing. So we're turning our owner mode off. Turning fantasy draft off. Leaving the salary cap on. I love doing these things with the salary cap. It makes it a lot more realistic. Computer trades set to yes. So that would be where I'm the Islanders and say the Bruins and the... What's another popular team? The Chicago Blackhawks. Say they made a trade, you know, 1-for-1, player for player, that they would be able to do that with this setting on, because I've had problems in the past where I personally have had that setting off thinking that it was going to trade my players away. But no, it's just being able to trade players from other teams, and that makes it more interesting as we go on here. To be able to see other teams trading players around, doing what the computer at least thinks is the right move for these teams. So we're going to leave that on. Player morale off. Fog of War off. I feel like Fog of War does make it a lot harder usually, but I'm going to leave that off. Head coach edit lines off. I don't want him touching anything. Along with auto staff off and auto sign free agents off. I don't want the computer touching anything on my team at all. So that's our settings. Franchise mode length is still at 25. I'm going to keep that as high as possible, which is 25. I'm going to go into these advanced settings here because I don't want injuries. I'm going to leave injuries on, but I don't want them like plaguing the series, right? So I think that would be in advanced settings. Yeah, head coach edit lines, no. NHL injury return warning, playable. Minor league head coach, yes. Auto rotate goalies, off. Simulated scoring, medium. Draft class quality, we're going to put it high, but we're going to leave the generated prospect quality at medium. So when we finally get past these few that are going to have actual players in them, which I'm not quite sure if Macklin Celebrini is in this game right now or not. I'm pretty sure he is, because that happened before the season started. So next season's number 1 overall pick is projected to be James Higgins. So I'm pretty sure James Higgins will be in this game, and he is in this game as, like, you know, next year's draft pick. But either way, when we get past that, like people like Landon DuPont in 2027, when we get past all that, the created players will be the class overall will be a higher overall, I guess you could say, because what you're really looking for is people with you're looking for potentials, and it's the elite potential, even if it's low elite, or the franchise potential that you're looking for. You usually only get franchise potential at number 1 overall picks. But yeah, you're looking for a higher draft class quality while leaving the prospects at medium. So if you were to turn the prospects at high, everyone in the draft class would be elite. But you get more elites per draft class if you leave the draft class quality on high. So, playoff series length is authentic. Continuous OT and playoff break. Season overtime loss is going to be a point. Season tiebreak is authentic. Head coach firing pop-up on. Trade offer notifications on, because I want to see what, you know, they're trying to give me. Gameplay version is the latest, not the version 1. Waiver notifications on, morale meetings off, retired jerseys on, yes. So that's exactly what we want. Now, I thought injuries were going to be there. Maybe it's gameplay sliders. Injury occurrence. Oh, that says on the ice. Turn it to 25 instead of 50. Okay, I'm not quite sure if that actually did anything or not. Let's do quick settings, see what's in here. Okay, here we go. Rules, custom, gameplay presets. Injuries are on. Period length is going to be 10 minutes. Fantasy draft is off. Authentic cap penalties on. Auto sign free agents off. Auto save off. Because I heard there was a bug where it glitches and breaks the game. franchise mode length 25. Computer trades on. Difficulty is pro. Draft pick ownership is authentic. Salary cap on. Trade difficulty medium. Waivers on. Except relocation off. Fog of War off. Auto scouting both. Alright, so I might not be able to change how often injuries happen. Listen, accessibility? Nah, I had a pretty good feeling it wasn't going to be here. Turn the commentary all the way off for when we join, because we'll be commentating. Control accessibility. Chat. Okay, so this is... Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to turn injury frequency down. But there was a way that I did it on NHL 24. So, without further ado, with all of that out of the way, this isn't really going to be edited that much, if edited at all, for YouTube. So, for the Twitch chat, we're here, we're live. New York Islanders rebuild, starting right now. Keep salary cap on, yes. I've never seen this new HUD, by the way. Oh, the blue! Use the menu list to navigate different screens. Using L1, R1 will change the highlighted tab. View information about your organization. Weekly calendar. Okay, I do like that. That looks cool. Stats and info between you and the next team. Okay, got it. So we've got sim to next game, sim to regular season, advanced day, stats central, coaching staff assigned scout. Then we've got conversations with all these guys on what their goals are for this season. Anthony Duclair is here, so. Edit lines, view lines, roster moves, injury report, progress report, captains and jerseys. Proposed trade, find trade, view draft class, draft board, player search, trade block, browse trade block. View contracts, free agents, hire staff, pending free agents, offer sheet compensation. Then activity feed, edit player, box scores, record books, save files, settings, exit. Let's check settings. See if we can find how often. No, might not be there. I don't think it's in the rules, but we could check. Injuries on. No, okay, well. If injuries kill us, then they'll just kill us, because I have no idea where to change that up, so. Alright, so first things very first. I gotta see what I'm working with. I don't know any of these guys' in-game potentials or anything like that. So let's edit our lines. Let's see what we got. Press triangle. Okay, hold on. Would you like to keep your lines up to date? Head coach will automatically update your lines after injuries, trades, and other events. Off. Press triangle button between edit lines and edit strategies. Okay. So I like Brock Nelson being here. 32 years old. Hold on, how do I... Player info, there we go. 32 years old. His potential is top 6 exact. His role is the second line forward, but you got him on the first line. He's 85 overall. He's doing really good in real life. He's got some X factors. X factors are very important. 2010 30th overall pick in the first round was Brock Nelson. He's a power forward. I like what I'm seeing. Patrick Waugh is still our head coach, and I'm going to keep it that way because real head coaches are in the game now. Good thing I started this after. So he likes the second line better, but we've got him on the first because he's just our best player. And look at those. Look at those. He also has a 16-team no-trade clause right now, and then after that, he's not under contract with us anymore. So we can trade him to any of these teams. We can't trade him to any other team. I like that is a new thing now in the NHL games. So Barzal is our main guy. He's 27 years old. He's exact elite first line forward. He's our first line centerman, right? It's going to stay that way. He was 16th overall in 2015. He has also won the... Is that him? Yes. He has also won the Calder Trophy in 2015. He likes the second line better, and he actually doesn't really even fit on our first line that well. He's got gold elite edges and a whole bunch of other abilities because he's just great. And yeah, he signed for 7 years at 9.1. That's actually a really good deal for it to be 7 years. He's got a modified no trade, but we're not gonna trade him. There's no reason for us to trade him. He did okay, so he was 2017 Calder. That's what it was, because he didn't start in the NHL at first. Okay, so then we've got Bo Horvat, who is elite exact, 29 years old, second line forward technically as well, 87 overall. He was 9th overall in 2013 by the Vancouver Canucks. He does love what Patrick Waugh has, and he kind of does like the first line better. So Bo Horvat is going to stay there. Now here is what effing sucks. Bo Horvat has 7 years left on an $8.5 million contract, and we cannot trade him until 2027 with his modified no trade clause. That sucks bad, because I did not want to have to deal with him for more than like 2 years, but it looks like we're going to have to. Now, when it comes to the rest of the team, you got J.G. Pageau here, Kyle Palmieri, a Islanders legend, so to speak. Anthony Duclair just signed in the offseason by them. Anders Lee, Casey Cizikas, Simon Holmstrom, who's 23 years old, top 9 medium, 2019 23rd overall. And yeah, he only has 1 year left. We're going to have to re-sign him, but I'm not going to lie to you, he might not be coming back. Casey Cizikas and Anders Lee, of course, and then Kyle McLean, 25 years old, bottom 6, minor checking. Yeah. Oliver Wahlstrom, 24 years old, 75 overall, 11th overall pick in 2018. Yeah, it does kind of suck, doesn't it? And then Maxim Siklopov. Siplakov. Yeah, I think it's Siplakov. Undrafted, not available, none of that. He's going to get re-signed because he is balling out in real life for the Islanders. So he's most likely going to stay. Not even going to lie to you. So our defense is what I like the most, really, honestly. Pelican Pulak, Noah Dobson, and Romanov, and then Mike Riley and Scott Mayfield. Now, these two don't like each other very much, as you can see with the -3 over there. Moving it just makes it a -1. We can't really pull Dobson down, and we're not going to really mess with the +5 that they have up there. So it's just, they're just going to have to hate each other. They're just going to have to hate each other. And what I really like about this is our goalies. We've got Sorokin and Semyon Varlamov, two of the best goalies in the NHL right now. Ilya Sorokin, 3rd rounder in 2014, and is just now becoming an elite goaltender. And he's an elite goaltender, guys. Let me tell you something. 90 overall, elite exact, role as an elite goalie. I mean, it doesn't get any better. Ilya Sorokin in net. He has a no-move clause till 2028, but unless he starts falling off hard, we're not going to be looking to move him anytime soon. 90 overall, all those X factors, you absolutely love it. And then Semyon Varlamov, 23rd overall in 2006 by the Washington Capitals. This man, he's dangerous now, and he's got a no-trade clause this season. He's only under contract for 2 more seasons. Probably going to re-sign him at some point. He's only under contract for 2.75, or yeah, as well, along with Sorokin being under contract for 8 years at 8.25, which I actually kind of like. So now that we've seen what we're working with, let's see what our cap situation is looking like. So we have $1.775 million cap space. Nice. We have 0 effing cap space. But, and I'll tell you right now, we don't have a very good prospect pool. That's why I kind of picked the Islanders specifically. Julien Gauthier, our 2016 first rounder. Actually, it was the Hurricanes' 2016 first rounder. Oh, and he's 26. Is that what that said? Yeah. Yeah, we're not looking at too much. We're not looking at too much at all here. I'm looking for our one saving grace, if I can find him. I thought he was a centerman. Oh no, he definitely was a left winger. Is he not in the game? He's not a defenseman. I do like Samuel Boldu, our second rounder in 2019. 78 overall. He's 23 years old. Didn't mean to do that. Goalies. We have Hogberg. He's 29. Skarek, 24, 77. We're not really going to be too worried about goalies, though, to be completely fair. Yeah, I had a feeling he wasn't in the NHL. Where is... I have no clue where he's at. I'm looking for Cole Iserman. He's technically supposed to be a part of our... I really hope he's in this game. I'm going to be pretty upset if he isn't. Okay, so before the season even starts, there's one thing that I do want to do. And I told myself I was going to do this just a minute ago. Look at how close we are to the cap. 86 out of 88 mil. The team I want to trade with here is the Detroit Red Wings. They're at 87 out of 88. So they need to free up a little bit of cap space. That's how much the trade value they have. That's how much potential. Interested in giving away, etc., etc. So they're interested in giving away JT Compher. Interested in giving away Andrew Kopp, Tyler Mott, Lagenson, Watson, Snively, Rafferty. I think he's a centerman. There he is. Jonathan Berggren. He's technically in the NHL right now. 79 overall, top 6 forward, 24 years old. He's been cooking in Detroit, but he hasn't actually... And he's only got 1 year left as well. He hasn't actually, like... They haven't actually let him cook, so to speak. So, I want to get Jonathan Berggren from the Detroit Red Wings, freeing up a little bit of cap space on their end. And in return, I am willing to give them a 24-year-old, 77 overall, with a higher potential technically, in Liam Foudy. He was the Columbus Blue Jackets' 18th overall pick in 2018. I'm trying to do this one for one, but I think I am going to have to throw in a draft pick here. And this is a good opportunity for us to look at our draft picks. So the 2025 draft is what's coming up. We have our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So we have all of our draft picks for this year's draft. Along with in 2026, we have our 1st, our 3rd, our 4th, our 5th, our 6th, our 7th. 2027, we have our 1st, our 2nd, our 3rd, our 4th, our 5th, our 6th, our 7th. So that's one thing I can say. The Islanders have all of their draft picks except for their 2nd in 2026. But they hardly ever use them. So let's get rid of our 6th here, attached to Liam Foudy, to get Jonathan Berggren. Trade rejected. I think it's because they don't want Liam Foudy. Okay, well, we can do better than that. We can give you someone else. I want to give you someone who's a centerman, though. Oh, damn, they're not interested in anybody. Well, it's because they don't really want to give up Jonathan Berggren. I mean, let's be honest. Liam Fowdy can play both your sides as well. Oh, here's the... They want defensemen. Oh, shit. Okay. We'll give you Isaiah George and a 6th for Janssen Berggren. No? Okay. Our 6th and our 7th. And Isaiah George for Janssen Berggren. Bang! So we got rid of a 6th and a 7th for a NHL ready player. An NHL ready star, basically. Now, one other thing I do want to do is, since we're getting rid of NHL ready stars, centerman Casey Cizikas will free up $2.5 million. He's on a 3-year deal, and he's 33 years old. He got drafted by us in 2009, and I think it's time to tell him bye, basically. So as long as he won't kill a team, and a team actually needs him or can use him at the very least, I would like to free up this little bit of cap space here by getting rid of him. Maybe we take a pick back in exchange, because we just got Jonathan Berggren, remember. Let's see, who could want him, really? Brandon Yeager is on the Jets, which must mean that Rutger McGrady is on the Penguins. Hold on, I gotta go look. I didn't expect that to actually be... Let me see. I'm not gonna make the trade with the Penguins. I want to see. He is here. Okay. Sick. I did not know that that was gonna count as him being here, but that's fine. I like that. So back to where we were, trying to find a suitable home for Casey Cizikas. Honest to God, we could just dump him off at Anaheim. We really could. Calgary, they're looking for a rebuild. Huh. He would kind of fit in Chicago. Khrushchev. Lucas Reichel. He's only 79. Bertuzzi, Athanasiou. Savoie. Cali Doc. Colton Doc. Felina. I'll take a prospect and a pick. What y'all got? Y'all got a defenseman prospect y'all don't want? The answer is no, I think. Nazar, Athanasiou, Oscarson. Lewinsky. Vanacker, Merrick Vanacker. That was their 27th overall pick. I think they'd be willing to get rid of him. I don't know. Certainly interesting to look at. Slaggert. 22 overall, 72 already. Landon Slaggert. 2020 third rounder. Gavin Hayes, 20 overall, 60 or 20 years old, 68. Colton Dock, 21, 73. I don't think Landon Slaggart's going to continue to grow. So I'm not really going to go for him. Let's see what they got. I don't have anything over here. I think we're just going to take... They have 2 seconds this year. They're willing to give up a 4th, though, for Casey. Let's get their 4th along with their 3rd next year. Can we do that? We might need to add our 6th next year to get this, though. Casey Cizikas in a 6th for a 4th and a 3rd. Bang! So Casey Cizikas in a 6th round pick next year gets us a 3rd round pick next year and a 4th round pick this year. Go to roster moves. It says we have a problem with our lines, so let's go look. Sorry, Casey. Loved you to death, but you're not here anymore, buddy. So we're going to need Berggren in here. Yes, he is. And then everything else is the same. That's basically all it was. Yeah, I want Giannis and Berggren to be able to cook. I want him to be able to actually, like, have a chance. He's got two ways and a power on his line, 2-way sniper and a playmaker. Honestly, Saplikov. What line does he like more? He wants to be on the first line, but if anything, he likes the 4th better. Holstrom. Same thing kind of happens for Holstrom here. Oh. Anders Lee can play center, but he can't play right. Okay, we're just going to kind of leave it like this. See how this goes. Berggren does like everything except for the... Okay, I see. Alright, so we didn't really have too many defensive changes. Fucking Mike Riley is on my team. Alright, so we should be fine. And I think it is time we go ahead and start our season up here. We got to check on the season goals that these guys want. I don't know if that... Do I have to do that? Let's check and see if we have to do this or not. Hello, GM Kevin Fisher. We have a fresh season ahead. I am looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Yeah, I don't like doing this. Season as a whole. Win the Vezina. Fuck it. I want to see you win the Vezina this season. Sure, whatever. I have to do that with every player on the team. So, in other words... Okay, that's just a... Oh, okay. You don't have to do this. It's just the conversations tab. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So, let's send to the regular season. Conversation with Patrick. Wow, what do you need? Hello, GM Kevin Fisher. Together, we have a great opportunity to lead this team to our journey starts now. What are your thoughts on this roster? Kinks will work out good enough for a playoff spot. I agree. Let's get to work. Yep, that's what we'll do. New salary cap. Love that. Always going up. Incoming trade offer. 3rd round pick and Lennox for a 4th and a 5th next season. That gets rid of a 3rd this year, though. I don't really know if I want to do that, so I'm going to decline that. Teams must be salary cap compliant. Yes. Players on waivers. Yes. So the point that we were at right now, right here, is where we're going to start every season. We're even going to sim through the preseason, and then we're gonna end right here every time. So we've got the draft left to do. We've got a lot of stuff left to do in today's episode of season 1 of the New York Islanders rebuild. So it's already been 35 minutes. Alright, so we did get everything out of the way. I wanted to get Berggren. I wanted to get Cizikas off the team. Free up just a little bit of extra cap, just in case. And then Berggren's going to need a deal, but hopefully, unless he balls out, he's only going to want like $2 million. Okay, so sim to next game. Playing the hockey club today, folks. And we're at home as well, so let's check our lines just to be safe. Everything should still be the exact same. It is. I have a problem with the head coach loving to change my shit. But I didn't turn it on to begin with, so he shouldn't change anything. Power play. On the second power play is really where I want Berggren to be at. Oh, okay, I see. Supplycop doesn't really want to be here. Can we put him, Berggren, instead on the second power play? Okay, that made it a +1. Nice. Okay, so I kind of want Berggren to at least get a little bit of power play time, so he'll be on power play 2. Power play 1 is as fresh as a daisy. We're going to leave that at the exact way that it is. Penalty killers. None of these guys, except for Pellet, really like the penalty kill, but they're all pretty good at it, so we'll just leave that the way it is. Scratch players. We don't have any scratch players right now. We might have 1 or 2 next season. And then goalies. Varley, Sorokin, not Varley, is going to get the start for our Season 1, Game 1. I did not mean to hit edit lines. I meant to press play game. Back up. Play next game. Alright, so how we do this is we lock coach in the player lock. Should say CO. There it is. And then what was I about to do? Where's the settings at on this thing? It should be right here. Yeah. Game settings. So it's not going to be 10 minutes when we go into it. Period settings, that is. It's not that. I think it's game settings. Period length. It's going to be 4 minutes when we hop in. Just so it doesn't take forever. Oh, and then we have to change the camera angle. Visual settings. Broadcast. Commentary off. Camera. True broadcast. Camera perspective with home up. Alright, so let's see how this new look Isles team cooperates. Oh my God. I wasn't even paying attention. Matthew Barzal takes a feed from Bo Horvat, and we're up 1-0 that fast. Holy. Look at this. Horvat gets hit a little bit. Barzal does too. Or that wasn't even Barzal. And then boom, he just slides it right in on the side there. Hell yeah. And just like that, we're up 1-0. Pellet trying to move it up here. He's got Nelson. Nelson with a clapper. Vejmelka does indeed get the start. Oh, Schmaltz gets blasted. This team, known for its grit. Barzal to Nelson. Kind of gets choked up. Barzal, goal! 5-0. Second one in the game, and we're up 2-0 already. All right. I like how this is. I like where this is going. Barzal almost got him another one there. Oh, I can't believe we're already up 2-0 that fast. Got our second line in there, Duclair, Pajot, and Palmieri. Palmieri, Pellick, Duclair. We're getting hit here in the O-zone. A little bit of pressure. Nice clapper. Pellick again, Pajot. Didn't quite make it. Palmieri could have had one on Vejmelka, but he's tired. He's very tired. Duclair got absolutely clapped as he was trying to run around on the sides. Duclair hurt in real life. Feel bad for him, too. Full pressure. Pressure is full now. Vejmelka is very tired. He should not have given that one up. But the pressure does end now. Matias Michelli coming in. And Dobson just, that's routine. He took that one away from him. Palmieri, Duclair. Didn't quite make it. Caught up along the boards. Berggren in the game. Let's go. And another goal, Anthony Duclair. Berggren might have even gotten a secondary assist on that. Anthony Duclair, his first with the Islanders, and we're up 3-0 early. I liked where that was going, though. Berggren got the primary, actually. Maybe the secondary. That was a nice goal. Vejmelka is off his game tonight for sure. Duclair just kind of rats his way through. Nice little beside the arm goal right underneath his pad. Berggren, Andersley, and Saplikov. I don't know. He won the faceoff though, so that's good. Look at that. Saplikov right in there. Berggren, not the best pass in the world. As now Dylan Gunther has the puck. Dylan Gunther, dangerous. Sergachev. Sorokin actually having to make a save, and he makes 2. Nice. First line back out there against their third. Horvat in by himself now. Barzal honestly, in my opinion, that could have been a goal. In all honesty, Maxim Soplakov, I think, took his rookie lap earlier before the game. You absolutely love to see it. First NHL game for him. He's cooking in real life, so you gotta hope that he continues to produce like that in here. Season league standings? No way that they think that they're going to be third and we're going to be 23rd, right? Offensive zone face-off, and they get it. Pull-up takes it back, though. Horrible pass over to Keller. Who ends up getting it. Barzal to Nelson. This is our first game of Season 1. Just to check on how the new look Islanders look. Barzal from Horvat over to Pollock. Back to Barzal. Back to Horvat. Barzal had a one-timer. Keep in mind, am I controlling this like FIFA or am I watching the CPU? I am watching the CPU. I will not be doing any controlling, not even in overtime, as this goes along. This is our first look at the new look Islanders. Duclair, who was brought in real life, is here, along with I brought in Jonathan Berggren in favor of Casey Cizikas. Nice save by Varley, having to fall on his butt to save that one. Holstrom wheeling in with Wallstrom. Nothing there. And then what else? Yeah, I brought in Berggren. And I think I might have done something else. Not quite sure. Stenlund. Wallstrom takes that puck. That's nice. That's a good one. One minute left in the first. First period coming to an end here. Wallstrom wheeling in now. He's got two of them on him. McLean almost had that. Holstrom, Wallstrom, McLean! Bezmelka makes a save with 2 seconds left on the clock. Crowd getting real loud as this is supposed to be Ice Cube, everyone. This is supposed to be... Oh, Kesselring got... Oh, he slashed. Oh, shit. So we're going to open the second period with a penalty, with a power play. Berggren's on power play too. He's out there. We're up 3-0 with 2 seconds left. JGP and Duclair. All right, so we're gonna have that power play, the rest of that, and coming into the next period. But your score at the end of the first here, 3-0 New York Islanders. And give me just a second, chat. All right, we're getting ready for the second period here. Dobson, a nice one. Ian Cole, Sergachev, Barrett Hayton, Stenlund. They're not starting with their first line. Sorokin, however, takes a layup. And the boys are already in the circle. Oh, wait, it's because we're on power play. I forgot. How did they even get a shot off on our power play? Horvat wheeling in with Wallstrom. It's a nice one. Didn't quite make it, though. And we're not going to do every game like this, by the way. This is just straight up going to be, we're going to look at the important games. So if there's a playoff game that we're like behind in or something like that, I'll kind of hop in. But I just wanted to do the entire first game here to see how this game looks, because I've never played NHL 25 before, along with just to see how the team looks in general. And even though it is Utah, we look pretty good right now, up 3-0. 15 shots to their 3. And we're still on the power play. Berggren in there. Look at him go. Didn't win the faceoff though. Palmieri up to JGP, and JGP scores! JGP! John Gabriel Pajot. First goal this season, it's on a power play. We're up 4-0. Thought maybe he had Berggren for a feed right there, but it just kind of bounced off the inside of his arm. Palmieri and Pulak get the assists. 4-0. Second, I might not even finish the third here. John Marino. Lost and Krause in. 1-on-1, 2-on-1. Matias Michelli, nice save by Sorokin, though. Never a doubt in my mind if he was going to get to that one. Marino, what a nice knee block. Sorokin pinches his arm closed, and he saves that one. Good little win there, but we just didn't know how to get our feet under us. Cooley almost had their first one this season. Their pressure was all the way up. Palmieri now slicing and dicing in with Anthony Duclair. Duclair gets hit as he shoots. And now we're just kind of backing up a little bit. Marino just gets absolutely blasted. Romanov, Duclair, Saplikov. A falling shot. Bobby Orr, welcome back. He almost had that one too. Just kidding, it was way high, but still. Clogged up at the blue line here. Marino over to Keller. A little bit closer on the inside. Need to have that. Dobson back up to Berggren, who sends it to Lee. Lee just kind of cruising in. He had Berggren over there. Dobson up to Saplikov. Berggren just gets absolutely tangled up and twisted around. Not looking good for him in his first as an Islander so far. Sorokin with nice defenders in front of him to help him secure that one. First line back out there. They have Dylan Gunther on their third. An interesting choice to say the absolute least. Pulak has the puck. Horvat taking us right back out. Over to Barzal, over to Nelson. Nelson with a nice shot, honestly. Kerfoot back up to Serg. Mikhail Sergachev coming over from Tampa Bay in their offseason. Pulak slides it on over. Bo Horvat, over to Pellet, over to Nelson. Our first line is still out there. Brock Nelson. He had too many people in front of him and still gets the shot off, but he misses the net. Brock Nelson again missed the net again. Looking for the tip in was Barzal. Gunther's tired. Pulak steals that one away from him. He was looking for a shot, and Barzal! He's all alone! Never mind. Deep stab, never mind. Bo Horvat, nothing. Brock Nelson, Kesselring, Horvat, Nelson, trying to go to Horvat. Austin Krause, Michelli, Sorokin with a snap save. Looking good so far for the boys, up 4-0. Still got a whole nother period. I'm not going to lie, if I can fast forward it, I will. I'm pretty sure if I exit, though, it won't... Pretty sure if I exit, it won't save the fact that we won 4-0. Kesselring with a horrible shot. Sorokin lets it out. Holstrom and Wollstrom. McLean just gets absolutely smoked on his way in. McLean over to Michelli. Bukestad. Yo, Nadia, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing our 4-0. Utah getting cooked. Yeah, Utah is not looking good. This is their first game of the season, technically. Doing our New York Islanders rebuild here. We're up 4-0. Sorokin with a nice save there. We're cooking them. W sub gifter. Oh yeah, I think he did that last time. Nice long ice pass to JGP over to Palmieri. Look, he was looking for JGP again. So sorry, Ace. I fell asleep watching your stream last time. No, you're fine. You're perfectly fine. You are perfectly fine. Not much happened, in all honesty. I think we ended up losing a few extra games, and then we called it there. Woke up 11 hours later with 20% left. Oh, my God. That's crazy. Declare wheeling! And Vejmelka, if he's going to let one pass, it's not going to be that one, I guess. He's already let 4 in. He hasn't gotten pulled either. So this will be, besides like playoff games and like elimination type games, this will be one of the only ones that we actually like hop into. Because our team's looking good, and I like to do it kind of based off the calendar thing. So, along with the trade deadline as well. So this will be the last game that we hop into unless we're like deep in the playoffs or something. And we're about to get eliminated or something like that. So we're up 4-0 on the Utah Hockey Club in their technically first game ever. In real life, this one did not turn out the same way that it is turning out right now. But I want to see, will it save and just like finish the game? Oh wait, no, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Hold on. There's a sim. There's a way to sim. Where's the sim? Action tracker. Action tracker. No, that's replays. Settings. Here we go. This might be the way to do it. Select size, rules. I thought that there was a way to go into the... Quitting will result in the remainder of the game being simulated. Oh yes, okay, then we'll just do that. We're up 4-0. I mean, we're probably going to win. And we ended up winning 4-0. Look at that. Alright, so the way that the rest of this is going to go is we're going to hit square for the calendar here. And we're going to go month by month. So we win our home opener. We win our season opener against Utah. And now we're going to go till the Buffalo game here. And we're just going to go. And if injuries happen, they happen. But if not, we're just going to let the game simulate. Right now, we're in first. We have 2 points. Devils have played 3 games, and they're 1-2. Handful of other teams that haven't even played a game yet. So here we go. We're at Dallas, game 2 of the season. We win 2-0. At Colorado, win 7-1. Hello? Are we a goal-scoring team? Okay, these motherfuckers right here. Sundqvist, a 4th, a 5th, and Walker for our 2nd and our 3rd this year. We don't need Sundqvist. The picks for next year, we don't really need them either. So, and I really want to keep my 2nd for this year, so we're declining that. St. Louis, we win. We're on a little bit of a streak here. Versus Montreal at home, we win. Versus Detroit, we win. At New Jersey, we lose. Versus Florida, we lose. That's our first 2 of the season. We beat Anaheim and we beat Columbus. We're 8-2 right now. We are sitting at the top of the Metro. 16 points. We've only played 10 games, too. We're looking pretty good so far. Let's check in remainder of this month. We've only lost 2 games this month so far, so let's see who's doing what so far this season. Stats Central. I believe this is where... Yeah, here we go. Player stats. Bo Horvat has 13 points right now. Bo Horvat has 7 goals, 6 assists, and 13 points. Not bad. Yeah, it's a long season though, Juan. You'll see it. Look at that. Look at my boy. Look at my boy down here, chat. Jonathan Berggren has 7 points in 10 games, 5 assists, 2 goals. He has 9 penalty minutes, 19 shots. So he's taking shots. Not as many as everyone else, but he's taking shots. Barzal's only taking 19 shots, and he's got 13 points. Brock Nelson also has 10 assists. Okay, we're kind of cooking. Let's check goalies. Varley had 1 game played and he lost it. Okay, so they did put Varley in that one time. I didn't necessarily know if they were going to do that or not. I think they only do it based on how tired Sorokin is. Because I have auto-rotate goalies off. But I think if Sorokin is too tired to start another game, then Varlamov will come in. So Varlamov played 1. He had a .777 save percentage. Actually, that was in relief. That was in relief of Sorokin. Sorokin got pulled at one point. I mean, I think we did lose like 8 to... Or no, not 8. I think we did lose like 5 to 2 at one point, so... Okay. Alright. I like where this is going. Now, really quickly, I do want to... Especially Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and even the Rangers. I want to put Varlamov in the net and let him get a few reps in. No injuries yet, though, so I like where this is going. The team looking pretty good so far. Goldies, let's go ahead and put Varley in net just for a few games here. And we'll leave him in and let him do a little bit of cooking until... We'll let him play Ottawa until the Devils game. So at Buffalo, Varlamov's first in net, 5-2 loss. Beat the Rangers 4-1. Beat the Pens 3-1. This draft class is weaker than normal. Okay. Interesting. And then in Ottawa, I don't know what he's going to do. Kasperi Kapanen and a third for a third and a fourth. So it's basically Kasperi Kapanen for a fourth. What does he look like? Because in all honesty, this is not that bad of a trade. I do want to see what he looks like, though. We're at 85 out of 88. So he's 28 years old, 81 overall, though. Right winger. He was Pittsburgh's first round pick. I do remember that. He has 1 year left at $1 million. What has he done so far this season? Can we see that? He's played 14 games and he's only had 3 points. Ooh. I wonder what line he's on for them then. I don't know. It's a pick swap and basically Kapanen for a fourth here. The Blues offered me this. We're 11-3, by the way, and they're 6-5-3. I'm going to say no for now, but he will probably be back. So in Ottawa, Varley does get the win 3-1. So let's let Varley cook. Let's let him play Edmonton and Vancouver and New Jersey. And then we'll see how he does from then. We might put Sorokin back in net then, letting Sorokin have a little bit of a break. Romanov injured his hand. Interesting. Well, that's not good. I think he's a defenseman. New Jersey, we lose 3-1. Edmonton, we win in overtime. All right. We'll just do best lines. And then Vancouver, we win 7-1. Oh, my God. We are cooking right now. So next up, Seattle, Calgary, and Detroit. Let's let Varlamov play these as well, and then we're putting Sorokin back in no matter what. So at Seattle, how do we do? Romanov hurt his hand again. So, dang. Overtime loss against Seattle, by the way. First loser point of the year. We lose 5-1. Holy. They're looking to get a third and a fifth next year for a third and a fourth next year in Linux. No, I'm going to decline that. And then Romanov is finally back. Detroit, we lose 7-3. Okay, so now we're 13-6-1. We're still at the top, 27 points. Played the same amount of games as every team except for the Rangers and the Caps. The Devils have extra games on us along with the Penguins. Blue Jackets don't have as many. But we're 13-6-1. We're doing pretty good so far. Now is the time to check back in on the team. Romanov has really been the only big injury. Projected goalie Sorokin, and they are right about that. I'm fixing to change that right now. Unless Sorokin has been playing without me knowing. Question mark? Defenders. Romanov is hurt, so I'm going to put him down a line. Maybe he gets a little less playing time. So okay, so Sorokin has been playing. How many games have you played now? You've played 15. How many have you played? 6. When I put you in, they did not leave you in like I wanted them to. You've only won 3 of them. Projected goalie. What game are we playing here? It's the Blues. Okay, we'll let it ride. We'll let it ride. We'll let it ride. So we'll let it ride until the back-to-back. Buffalo, I'll make sure there's a different goalie in net. So at St. Louis, or versus St. Louis at home, UBS Arena's rocking, 6-4 win. Duclair injured his groin. He pulled it. That sucks. He'll be out till December 15th, and it's November 25th. Okay. Head coach replace player. We lose in Detroit. We beat Boston. Sam Bolduc is now out as well. That's great. And Washington, we win 2-0. So let's make sure there's a different goalie in net for this next game. Varley versus UPL. I like this. So if they'll let Varley cook until the Carolina game, then I'd like that. Varley in Buffalo. Think he got us a win? Win in Montreal as well. Loss in Seattle. So we're ahead by a lot, by the way, in the Metro. We're at 35 points. Next closest is the Rangers and the Canes. Oh, and the Devils, all tied at 29. Carolina and Ottawa. Loss and a loss. Ooh, okay. Have I touched the new R6 season yet? I touched it last night and ranked with the boys, and we kept going against people on PC, even though we were in console lobbies. Along with, yeah, we were just getting whooped. The bugs are playing the game absolutely unplayable, or making the game absolutely unplayable right now. It's so bad. Yeah, me and the guys were getting smoked by people on console, or people on PC when we're on console, even though we had made sure that everyone had swapped on console lobbies. So yeah, that kind of ruined my personal current experience with it. So I'm staying away from it for right now, which is why I made it to where we are here. Basically going against 5 Sonys, yeah, you are 100% correct. They were shooting. We actually had a teammate who aced like 2 different times, and we were like, yeah, that doesn't usually happen on consoles, so. LA and Chicago, let's see what we got going on here. It's going to be a win in LA. We didn't have Anthony Duclair that whole time. That makes a lot of sense. And then Chicago, shootout loss. Ooh, the loser point. Okay, and then let's go up to Toronto. So it's Chicago again and Carolina again, both on the road. 6-0 loss and a 4-2 win. Okay. They're trying to give us Kasperi Kapanen again. But this time it's for this year picks. No sirree. No sirree, Bob. Don't want that. So we're 19, 12, and 2. We are ahead by 4 points in the Metro right now. I'm loving where this is going. This team is looking A lot better than I thought they were going to look. They're looking way better than they are in real life. That's for damn sure. They're projecting that Sorokin is going to play again for us. And I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think I'm gonna leave Sorokin in net until the away Pittsburgh game. If it leaves him in there that long. Toronto, we lose 4-3. Buffalo, we win 2-1. Pittsburgh at home, we win 3-2. Okay, so now that we won at home against Pittsburgh, let's go on the road and put Varley in. Nedeljkovic is supposed to start as well. Man, I hope they do something about it. Keep seeing people on Twitter posting as how solo duo teammates, they go up against 5 stacks with peak copper teammates. Yeah, that happens. We had I was peak copper last season just because I didn't play as much, and my teammates, like my actual teammates that I play with, my guys, they're like plat and higher. And we didn't have a full squad, and we would have champion random teammates, like 1 or 2 random teammates per match that we played. We would have champion random teammates, and we would have people who were like on my highest friend's level, who he's peaked at Emerald 1 multiple times. They would be on, our enemies would be on Emerald 1 level, but they would be like way better than we ever expected. We're like, they're way better, you know, to be on console or whatever. So it ended up being, we figured it out pretty quickly by watching the replays that they were on that they were on PC. That's that 6th player thing that they said, messing up the matchmaking. Oh yeah, it's bad. It is so much worse than they thought it was going to be, I think. And we got fucking Pierre Engvall in the goddamn NHL. What are we doing with Pierre Engvall on our 4th line? Get this dude out of here. He's got no trade clause. 6 years at $3 million. I'm trading the fuck out of you, dude. What are you doing on my team? Where can I trade you to? I don't really know if any of these teams would actually want you or not. LMFAO. Wouldn't it be funny if I trade him back to the Leafs? Who do we where do we trade you to? Brother, I'm moving you. You might have a modified no trade clause, but I'm moving the fuck out of you. Oh, good fit for the Pens. Yeah. Let's get Pierre Engvall on the Penguins, shall we? First and foremost, let's put Varley in net. Because I got distracted by seeing fucking Pierre Engvall on my team. Where is he at? Goalies. Yes, Nedeljkovic is starting for them, as we can see down there in the bottom. He plays on the left side, right? Yeah. He a full-on left winger. 81 overall. I mean, in real life he sucks, but in the game he might not be that bad. But I don't want him on my team anyway, so he can play both sides. So let's see who wants him. Because $3 million? Fuck that. We're 21-13-2. I mean, you should really be willing to take anybody from us, in all honesty. Let's see. Pierre Engvall. I can only trade you to the Penguins, technically. It said that you would want to go to the Pens, though, right? Yeah, there we go. Pierre Engvall to the Pens. In exchange, who do we get? Who are they willing to get rid of? They're willing to give us the other Sebastian Aho back. How interesting. They're willing to give up Blake Lazard, though. Jesse Poole might heart be. Damn, he's down there in Wilkes-Barre. I'm not gonna lie, I could really, in all honesty, just kind of get a pick for him. They'd be willing to give up their 3rd. They have the Sens third. So I do have to take a skater back, even if they're not willing to give him up. Huh. Well, they're not willing to part ways with any of these guys. Matt Nieto, 32 years old. He's just a depth forward. Honestly, let's do that. They're not willing to get rid of him, so we can't get a good pick back. Are they willing to give up their fourth? Because I'll take their fourth. They are. It looks like we're going to have to add something into this, though, and that sucks. So right now we're cooking. We've got a first, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth. We'll have another fourth if we get this. Our seventh, I guess? Will they take that? Rejected. Fuck. I don't want to have to give up another sixth. Damn. I mean, we could just give up our fourth next year, but is Nieto really that worth it? I mean, he might be, right? He's also not making near about as much money, and Pierre Engvall has 6 years left. Trade accepted. Bang! We got Nieto for a fourth, and we got Pierre Engvall off the team. So that's really what mattered the most, I think, right there. So now Nieto is our third line left winger. He doesn't really like this very much, but he's probably not going to be here next season, so let's be honest. What has he done so far this season? 4 assists, 5 goals. So he has 9 points in 37 games. Okay. We'll put Andersley down there on the bottom. Jonathan Berggren needs a little bit of extra time here. Plus, he's a +1. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll do this just for now. Now let's go back to our season's simulation here as we're in December. We'll do at Pittsburgh and at Toronto. At Pittsburgh is a win for Varley. At Toronto is a shootout win. I'm not quite sure if Varlamov started that one or not. We have 48 points. We're still pretty easily in the lead here. This is supposed to be a rebuild. I don't think we're going to win the cup in season number 1 here, but we're looking pretty good so far. So let's make sure Varley's in net. Not Varley. Sorokin is in net. Yes, he is. And we've kind of been cooking with Berggren on the third line. What's Nieto done since showing up? Absolutely nothing. What's Berggren done so far this season? 17 points in 38 games. Okay, a little disappointing. Just a little. But I'm giving him a little bit of extra ice time here. He has 1 year left at .825. I'll probably give him a 2 or 3 year deal and try to let him cook on our bottom lines. Grudge match. Oh. Never seen any of that before. Alright, so let's keep going. Now that we've got Sorokin in net, let's just go. I want to go to the end of this month. We need to speed this up a little bit. Toronto at home. Palmieri, sore shoulder. Okay, Toronto at home. Lost 4-1. Boston on the road in the Garden. 6-5 OTL. We got a point from that. At Vegas. Loss. At Utah. Should be a win. It's a win. At home against Ottawa. We got a trade coming in here. A third and a fifth. Third this year for 2 fifths. 2 fifths and a right winger I do not need. Sorry, but no. Buffalo. At home, we lose to Ottawa. Philly, we lose. The Sharks. Hudson Fasching. At home against the Sharks, we win. At home against Columbus, we lose. Hudson Fasching's back. At home against Philly and Carolina, Hudson Fasching gets hurt again. Off to work. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here, Juan. You can catch the rest of this on YouTube, or just look at the, or just watch the VOD. It should be up on YouTube within the next few days, though. I'm gonna either try to figure out how to do it on my laptop or let Jarrett do it, one of the two. But yeah, whatever you missed, just watch the VOD, because we're getting kind of close to the end here. But either way, thank you for being here, Juan. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Fullock is hurt. Hate that. At home against these two teams, Philly and Carolina, we win in OT and then we lose in regulation. At home against Colorado, yeah, that should have been a loss and it was. Fullock is back. Fasching's back. At Philly, we win in a shootout. So now we're all the way down to the first. Now with the crazy amount of losses we took this month here, we're all the way down to the first wild card spot. But we've played 3 less games than the Devils and 2 less games than the Hurricanes. So let's go at Tampa here. We win, and then we win in a shootout. Against Florida, we lose to Vegas again, though. That does kind of suck. Winnipeg and Minnesota, we're at them as we're getting ready for the All-Star break here. At Winnipeg and Minnesota to end it here. Winnipeg, we win, and we beat Minnesota too. All right, nice. So Colorado wants to give us a 4th and a 7th for a 3rd next year, and Lennox. I don't really like that. Bridgeport player got hurt. Multiple players on Bridgeport already. Just do whatever you got to do. $2025 4th for a 2026 6th. Lennox for Smith. Who is this? Giovanni Smith, 26 years old. Yeah, he's horrible. I don't know. And now that we're back from the All-Star break here, we'll do at home against Dallas and New York, on the road against Boston, at home against Nashville, on the road against New York, and then at home against Winnipeg before we do the trade deadline. Lennox in a 2nd for a 3rd, a 6th, and Weatherby. I don't really want to give up a 2nd, especially this year. Bridgeport player. We lose in a shootout. We win in overtime against the Rangers, though. I like that. At Boston. Lose 5-1. Sucks. Nashville. We lose. Rangers. We win. Void and a 3rd for a 3rd, a 3rd, and Lennox. No, I don't like that. And then we lose 5-0 to Winnipeg. All right, so we're 32, 23, and 6. Oh my God! Someone get this bot out of here. Gotta hate bots. So we play in San Jose on trade deadline day. But let's just see how the team's looking. Like, is there anything that we're really looking to get rid of? Like, we're kind of buying at this point, right? Bo Horvat has 56 points, team leader. Sorokin has played 53 games and he's only won 28 of them. Ooh. Let's see. Check our lines out here. Berggren got moved back down. Yeah, that's not surprising. Nieto, Duclair, JGP. JGP has 28. JGP has 41 points in 61 games. He's actually been doing really good. Like low-key. Palmieri. Let's do Clay Reno too. Ooh, basically nothing. Holy. Interesting. We need a I like Romanov. We need a fucking God, we need like a bona fide stud to put on our third line, really, in all honesty. Like we need some depth, I guess you could say. Three 2As on the bottom, I'm not mad about that. Yeah, in all honesty, we just need like a bona fide stud to put on our third line. Conservative buyers, what I'd say we are. And let's go into the trade deadline and see who's here, see what they got going on. Rasmus Anderson is here. Mike Matheson is here. Jared Spurgeon is here. Eriksson Ek is here. Philip Deneau. Teravainen is here. Jacob Chikrin is here. Ryan Strome. Trevor Moore. Taylor Hall are the top one. This is really not that crazy of a trade deadline. Let's find a trade with somebody. See if anybody's willing to take. Trade alert, the Wings trade Comfer for Cody Barlow and a third to the Jets. Wow, okay. Is anybody willing to take Nieto? 7. A 6th, a 5th, a 6th, a 6th, a 6th, a 5th, a 6th. Okay, so no. Trade alert for Columbus. They trade Provorov and JVR to the Devils for Veland, Stefan Nason, and a 2025 second. Okay. Yeah, we just need an absolute stud to put on our third line. I'm talking somebody who's really ready to roll out. Like, I'm willing to get rid of my second this year for it. Canadians trade Matheson, Savard, Evans, a 4th to Winnipeg in exchange for 2 firsts and Salmonson. Holy. Colorado trades Olesen and Jedlicka to the Kings for a 3rd, a 5th, and Lewis. Second rounder. For anybody at this point. Pens trade a 2nd rounder and Lizotte to Philly for a 3rd, Eric Johnson, and a 4th. Okay. I'll be lurking playing PUBG right now. Oh, you're good. You're good. PUBG is crazy. Kings trade Trevor Moore to Vancouver for a 1st and Klimovich. Holy, Trevor Moore on the move. Vegas doesn't really want our 2nd. They would have been a pretty good. Do they want to get rid of Frank Vetrano, you think? They want to get rid of Ryan Strome. Ryan Strome isn't 85 overall, but he's 31 years old. Golden Knights trade Karki and Fleming to the Flames for Tyson Barrie in a third. Oh, they do want to get rid of Frank Vetrano. Frank Vetrano is 84. He's 30 years old. We're willing to get rid of a second for him. Anaheim would be under the league minimum salary cap. Well, let's dump some cap off onto y'all. Who do y'all want? Utah trades a second and Thornton to Blackhawks in exchange for Tyler Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi's on the move, and he's in Utah. So they don't really want much. They really just want defenders. That's all that they want is defensemen. Which I can see as to why they do want that. They don't want Bolduc. I don't really want to get rid of Mayfield. Oilers trade Henrique and Roby Yarvinti to the Caps in exchange for Ethan Bear and TJ Oshie. Oshie is on the move to the Oilers. Holy crap. Pulkkinen. Jesse Pulkkinen. 20 years old, 67 overall. He's not expensive, though. I need somebody who I can get rid of that's expensive. It would be Scott Mayfield, in all honesty, but he has a no-trade clause for 3 more freaking years. Scott Mayfield's worth $3.5 million, too. They don't want any forwards. They don't want any goalies either. Okay, they do want some forwards. I'm lying. No one that's in the NHL, though. How much does Nieto make? 0.9. Come on, man. Honestly, I can't mess up our forward group. I will, however, give y'all Maggio. How much does McLean make? 0.75. Maggio, McLean, and a second for Vetrano. Are they under? They're still under the league salary cap. If y'all retain on them, will that take y'all under the league salary cap? Oh, no? They just need to retain on him is all. McLean's a right winger. I can't give him McLean. Or McLean's on the left. I can't give him McLean. I gotta give him somebody on the right. Nieto. Yeah. Will I be able to get a pick back for this, though? Can I get, like, y'all's 4th or something like that? Have the Bruins 4th? I'll take y'all's 5th. Alright, so let's do a little bit of a blockbuster here. Let's get Vetrano off of the Ducks and onto the Isles, where he has a pretty good chance of making the playoffs. Give them Maggio, who he's going to be replacing, and Nieto, who he's going to be replacing, and Maggio, who's in our AHL, along with having them hold on to a little bit of his cap space so they can be above the cap floor. And then we're giving them a second for it, so they definitely should want this. Can I give them a 3rd instead? they still want it more. All right, we'll give him a third for Vetrano then. A third and Nieto for Vetrano and a fifth. Bang! Frank Vetrano is now a New York Islander, and that's really all I wanted to do. We still kept our second as well, so that's great. This is all available players at this point. Just take a look. Alex Lyons here. Yoki Haru. Alec Martinez, Ian Cole. I mean, we do kind of need like a bottom pair defenseman, really. Carconi. Is he a defenseman? He's a left winger. Tanner Chanot. LMAO. Vladar's on the block. TVR. Hold on. What do y'all want for TVR, though? Y'all are willing to take a good bog, LMAO. First, a second, a fourth, a fourth, a fourth, a fifth. Fifth, Bertuzzo and Carconi to the Jets for Chaz Lucius. Holy. I'll get rid of our 2027 second if you give us a second in this upcoming draft. Can you do that? Good Bog, who they want for some reason, and a second for TVR and a second this year. Trade rejected. Okay, we have one too many fourths though, so let's give them the Pens fourth. Rejected as well. Okay. Good Bog might not be enough. There's got to be another defender that they want. Callie Odelius. Or Pulkkinen. Pulkkinen's 20 years old with 67 overall. I think it's Pulkkinen, really. Trade rejected. Wow, okay. Second and our third next year. For a third this year. From Carolina. Bang! We now have TVR. And that's really all we needed. That is really all we needed. Trade summary. We get TVR and a third. And they get Pulkkinen, our second in 2027, and our third next year. New York gets Jacob Chikrin from Washington as they get a first-round pick in Adam Sikora. Chaz Lucius being in Utah now, that's certainly interesting. Carconi is there as well. We got Vetrano and a fifth for Maggio, Nieto, and a third. Lekramaki for a Chiatka and a sixth. Interesting. Middleton is now on his way to Dallas, as we saw. Brennan Brisson is going to the Wild for Bogosian and a third, second and third swap. Ethan Bear and Oshie for Henrique and Yarventi. I saw that one earlier. Bertuzzi is now in Utah. Tyson Berry is in Vegas from Calgary. Fleming and Carty. A first for Trevor Moore and Klimovich. Trevor Moore is now in Vancouver. Blake Lizotte is now in Philly. 2 firsts for Mike Matheson and Savard, along with 2 picks, who are now in Winnipeg. JVR and Provorov, they're on their way. Cody Barlow for JT Compher in a third. That was a pretty good one. And yeah, we're done. We have done all the trading that I've wanted to do. I think we definitely made our team better here today. We just gotta let the time run out here, basically. Time's almost up. We've done everything that we wanted to do. I'll go over it all before we restart the sim. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the trade deadline is now complete. We have done exactly what we wanted to do. We made our team a little bit better, so to speak. And I liked what we did. We got rid of a few prospects, yeah, but these drafts that are coming up are really going to be big for us. Winnipeg is placing Logan Stanley on waivers. Decline. I do not want Logan Stanley. So let's quickly check out our new team roster here. So we got Nelson, Barzal, and Horvat up top. Now we've got Pajot, Duclair, and Frank Vetrano on our second line. He hasn't had the most stellar season so far. He's played 62 with the Ducks, but he's a sniper and he's played in New York before as part of the Rangers. So we're going to keep him for a little while here. I think he only has, 1 year left at 1.8. So I'm not necessarily sure if he'll even be back next season for us. But either way, we needed a stud. We got one here. JGP and Duclair heading them. And then Andersley, along with Berggren and Palmieri on our third line. Palmieri now having to move down, but Palmieri is still a pretty good player. And then we've got Saplikov, who is centering Holmstrom and McLean for some reason. Interesting. It should be like this. Yeah. Now Holmstrom can't play left, so we swap him out with Palmieri, who can. And then that's how that's going to go. Yep. This is how it should stay, I think. Frankie V and Anthony Duclair both can play both sides. Duclair shoots left. Frankie V shoots left as well, but still should be fine. And then defensively, we now have TVR on that bottom pair with Mike Riley, Romanov and Dobson, and then Pulock and Pelech. Riley knocking Bolduc out of a spot. I will say though, Samuel Bolduc is 24 years old. Not gonna move Dobson up as much as I want to. I like the new look for the team though. This should definitely get us going, so to speak. What has TVR done so far this season? He has only played 10 games and had 1 assist, so I think he's been injured for a lot of the season so far for them. And how much is he making? He's making 2.8 with 1 more year left. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. He will probably be on the team next year as well. Frankie V does have 1 more season left, though. 2 snipers on the same line as JGP. That might not be very good. I don't know. We'll keep it like this, because Duclair's been kind of cooking on our second line anyway, so... I didn't mean to check the AHL, but we don't have anybody down there, so... Goalies... Sorokin, he's only won 28 games. He's got a 917 though. And as far as I can remember, it should show me here. Yes, we are still in a playoff spot. We have 70 points. We're in the first playoff spot for the East, along with the Wings being in there on the side of the Atlantic. So yeah, let's just let's get March out of the way. At San Jose, we lose. At Anaheim, we lose. Welcome home, Frank Vetrano. At LA, we lose. Oh my God. Versus Edmonton, at home, we win 6-0. Hell yeah. Florida wins 4-3. At Pittsburgh, lose 4-1. Montreal, we win in OT. Nice. Calgary, should be a win, we do. Columbus should be a win, we lose in OT. Vancouver's probably a loss, we'll lose in OT. 2 loser points there though, not bad. At Tampa, lose against the Hurricanes as well, okay. 36, 29, and 8 versus Tampa, we win, okay. Alright, so now we're in the second playoff spot pretty comfortably here. The Sens have 77 points and the Pens have 79. So we're probably going to be the last team to make it in on the side of the East. So let's play Minnesota, Washington, and Nashville. Minnesota. That's a loss. Ooh, Washington, that's a win in OT. And then we win 9-4 and oh my God, 9-4 over the Preds. Alright, 86 points. I'm not going to say comfortably, but we're in a playoff spot at the very least. And looks like the President's Trophy is going to be won by the Leafs if it were to end right now. Versus New York. Lose 5-0. Sick. At Philly and at New Jersey. These are 2 very important games to win. We should win at least one of them. Adam Pelech. At Philly. I couldn't tell if we won or lost because Patrick Raw wants to talk. Oh, we clinched a spot. Good. Okay, so we're in the playoffs now then. Because we beat Philly. And we beat New Jersey. Alright, cool. We're actually third. Oh, we're not in the... Okay, cool. We're not in the last spot anymore because we have the exact same record and the exact same points as the Devils. Alright, so we need to win this one against Washington, and we do. Alright, we're second! We're second! Hold on, if we beat Columbus, we end second in the Metro. And we beat Columbus. We're second in the Metro. 94 points. very nearly edging out the Devils, and the Hurricanes also ended up falling down to 90. So the Rangers and the Islanders are top two. And we have 94 points. We end up with the exact same record as the Devils. 43, 31, and 8 to end our first season. Along with the Rangers getting 104, the Maple Leafs getting 113, Golden Knights getting 108, and the Avalanche getting 105, along with the Stars as well. Oilers getting 105. Lightning got 106. The Bruins did not even make the playoffs. Wow. And then Pens, Caps, Flyers, Blue Jackets. Yeah, no surprise. Not too much of a surprise there. Pacific, the Sharks actually ended with 77 points. Wow. Kings had 70. Whoa. Kings were at the bottom of the barrel. Blackhawks had 66. The Habs had 78 at least. Blue Jackets had 81. Wow. All right, so we ended second in the Metro. A very firm playoff spot here. Not the best, not exactly what we were looking for, but I think we end up playing the Devils now, right? With home ice advantage. Yes, sir, we do. Last time we played the Devils, we beat them 2-1. Now we play them in the playoffs. And we're going to be doing this version of Sim Game as we go throughout the playoffs. We're in UBS Arena. UBS Arena is rocking. First period, we're on a power play here. Nothing doing. Devils are on a power play, and they score. Tyler Johnson scores one onto Sorokin on the power play for the Devils. It's probably going to do it for the first period. It does. Okay, so the Devils are up 1-0 after the first period in game one of these playoffs. Let's do play for next period. Come on, boys. We beat the Preds 9-4 at one point this season. We're on a power play. Duclair on a Markstrom power play goal. We're 1-1 now. He gave us a little bit of hope. Need to see some Frank Vetrano action here. I need to see Frankie V light it up. This is game one of the year one playoffs. We're tied at 1 after the end of the second. This has been pretty good so far. Both goalies have kind of been standing on their heads a little bit. Bo Horvat, just like that, baby, right at the beginning. Power play for the Devils goes nowhere, and we're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. Noah Dobson pouring it on now. Devils on a power play have a chance to come back. Nothing doing. 3-1 as of right now in game one of the year one playoffs. Looking pretty good. We're on a power play as well. Kyle Palmieri. Power play goal to make it 4-1. And we beat the Devils in game one of the playoffs. Devils had 37 shots. They outshot us by 10. And we still beat them 4-1. All right. UBS Arena was certainly rocking for that one. Now it's time to go to game two of the year one playoffs. Nobody got hurt or anything like that, luckily. We're looking pretty good so far. Game two underway in UBS Arena of the year one playoffs. The New York Islanders are up 1-0 right now. Power play early. Goes nowhere. Power play again. Goes nowhere. Devils are out shooting us again just by a little bit. End of the first. Approaching rapidly. Nothing doing. All right, we're tied at 0 at the end of the first for game two of your year one playoffs. Second period, here we come. Devils on a 5-on-4 power play. Nothing doing. Three minutes left, 2 minutes left, 1 minute left. And the Devils are out shooting us 22-19. And we're heading into period 3 of game 2 with your New York Islanders being up 1-0 currently in these playoffs. Power play for us. That was a long one. Goes nowhere. And Brett Pesce snipes one past Sorokin, but Pulak right back on the Markstrom, making it 1-1 here. 5-on-4 power play. Goes nowhere. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're looking at overtime here. And that's exactly what we're going to get. Overtime is needed in game 2 of the year 1 playoffs for your New York Islanders. I'm not going to hop into any overtime games in the playoffs unless we're on the edge of elimination. So right now we're up 1-0 in the series. So let's see how playoff overtime hockey goes. We're in UBS Arena. We're getting shots in. 5-on-3 and we score! 5-on-3. It had to be nobody else but Bo Horvat in overtime to have your New York Islanders go up 2-0 in the series. What a game. 5-on-3 power play, and Horvat scored that one quick. And now we're heading to the Prudential Center, ladies and gentlemen, with a 2-0 lead in these here year 1 playoffs. Prudential Center rocking, hoping for their Devils to get back in it. And the Devils score early and quick. Jesper Bratt makes it 1-0. They're on a power play as well. Jesper Bratt scored it on Sorokin very quickly. 1-0 as of right now. 1-1 though. Brock Nelson right back. He was right in front of the net. Anthony Duclair was right on the other side of the net, and now it's 2-1 just like that. 3-1 Bo Horvat. Trying to take a 3-0 series lead at the end of the first period. We're up 3-1. Looking really good so far, actually. Second period underway in the Prudential Center. Long power play for us, and Anders Lee ends up taking advantage of that one. Brock Nelson with another one. That had to have been a major on someone. 2 power play goals back to back, and it's 5-1 for your New York Islanders right now. We're looking to go up 3-0 in the series. We've got one more period left, folks. We're up 5-1 right now in game 3 here in the Prudential Center. Power play for the Devils goes nowhere. Power play for your Islanders. Another power play goal. Kyle Palmieri. Provorov, trade deadline acquisition for them, does get one back to make it 6-2. But I think it's comfortably enough to say that your New York Islanders have a 3-0 series lead on the New Jersey Devils here in these year 1 playoffs. We won game 2 in overtime due to a 5-on-3 penalty, careless from the Devils. We won 4-0 pretty convincingly, and now we're winning 6-2 pretty convincingly against the Devils in their own barn, and we have a chance to close this one out in the Prudential Center on Saturday night. Bridgeport must be in the playoffs. Prudential Center, 3-0 series lead for the Islanders. If this one were to go into overtime, then I would sim this one. I would watch this one, because it'd be us on the verge of winning. Power play for the Devils. Dougie Hamilton gets one at the very end of it to make it 1-0 Devils. Them scoring first doesn't usually mean anything, but Andre Palat makes it 2-0 pretty quickly, and we could be on the verge of not sweeping. However, Noah Dobson makes it 1-2. Going into the second, that's pretty good. That's pretty good in all honesty, with Noah Dobson making it to where we're not down 2, we're just down 1. 1 goal lead is the hardest lead to hold in the history of the NHL. Here we go. 1-3, Dougie Hamilton gets another one back on him. All right, they're out shooting us by a lot, but Kyle Palmieri says we're only down 1 once again, and Anders Lee ties it up. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. 5-on-4 power play for us. It seems to be a pretty decent one. Goes nowhere. Another power play for us. They're letting us get our shot total back up here. 4-3 Anthony Duclair. We were down 3-1, ladies and gentlemen, and now we're going into the third period with a 1-goal lead. This is it. This is for the series, 5-on-4 power play, and they score it. Jesper Bratt, 4-4. With 11 minutes left, 10 minutes left. This could be overtime here. 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 23 seconds. Overtime, ladies and gentlemen. For Game 4. This is for... I did not mean to press that button. This is for the series, ladies and gentlemen. This could be what determines whether Jack Hughes and his New Jersey Devils stay home here in the Prudential Center, or if they're fighting to stay alive for at least one more game in UBS Arena. This right here is for all the marbles. It's Devils Islanders Game 4 overtime. Islanders score, they're in the second round. Devils score, they hold them off. 4-4 OT right here. You absolutely have to love it. Playoff hockey at its absolute highest right now. Prudential Center's rocking. Polak and Horvat. Trying to lock horns here. Pellick, Nelson, Horvat going back door on Markstrom. Horvat with a shoulder block. Oh, that was going to be a nasty one-timer from Matt Barzal. He tries to throw one back in Timo Meier now. Timo Meier edging in with Jesper Bratt. He scored 2 so far this game. Nelson, however. Nelson wheeling. He's got some people beside him. Horvat. Markstrom just kind of slides it in his glove. Oh, this one's getting tough, boys. Playoffs. Year 1 playoffs. We score here, it's over. Series is over here if we score it. He won the face-off and it didn't matter. Timo Meier wheeling. Jesper Bratt off to his side. Gets clocked. Barzal gets clocked. We're scrumming for the puck up the boards here. Barzal, he's wheeling in. Nelson off to his side. Barzal went side. To the side of Markstrom. Barzal steals it. He's got too many Devils on him, though. Vetrano, Frankie V, is in the game now. JGP looking for the game there. Gets nothing, though. Jesper Bratt wheeling up. It's technically a one-on-one right there. Timo Meier. Jesper Bratt is tired. Dougie Hamilton now has it. Got a lot of Islanders in his way. Jack Hughes for Provorov. Back up to Hamilton. Back over to Bratt. He's tired. Sorokin pretty easily guarding that one with how tired Bratt was. Not surprised at all. Dobson now up there with Bo Horvat in points on the team right now. Frankie V, JGP, and ADC are all in the game. Frankie V, nice little toe drag over to JGP. He didn't really get a shot though. Dobson over to Provorov. I said Provorov. It was Romanov, I think. Frankie V battling for the puck. JGP gets one back over to Dobson with a clapper. Dougie Hamilton stops it before it gets there. Kind of has to wheel that one in for a little bit of a change, I think. Nico Hischier is on the ice. Frankie V, Frank Vetrano rolling up. Trade deadline acquisition gets hit as he falls. And Markstrom makes sure that one is stopped. Nico Hischier, Dawson Mercer, and Eric Howla are now in. Berggren, Palmieri, and Lee are in for your New York Islanders. Dobson was looking to try to slide that one over. Didn't quite get it. Eric Howla rolling up now. Boom! By Palmieri. He lowered the shoulder on him. Nico Hischier, don't want to leave that man alone. Nico Heischer gets dropped. Provorov, Mercer now. He's got 2 owls in his face. 3 of them, really. Anders Lee steals that puck. Jonathan Berggren. We got him before the season started. Now he's in the playoffs. Romanov. Nothing doing. Palmieri. TVR is now in the game as well. Palmieri up to Berggren again. Berggren not getting anything done there. Whoa, what a hit. That was kind of boarding there. And we're going to get a little bit of a fight here. Provorov versus our captain, I think, Anders Lee. No, he's not the captain. Yeah, he is. He's the captain. Anders Lee fighting Provorov, knocking his helmet off. And Provorov, I think, won this fight. Oh, never mind. Lee, a little bit of a dodge. Lee's getting a few extra hits in here. And Lee wins the fight. Provorov. That's what you get for not liking LGBTQ. That's what you get for not wearing pride jerseys. Our captain is in the box now, though. That's not good. Definitely not what you want to see. Yeah, he really thought that was a missed call there, and he wanted to fight him for that. In OT, playoff OT. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. We've got full pressure on him. Mike Riley from the point. Nothing doing, though. We've still got full pressure. Johnson up to Palat. Palat is tired. They got the pressure off, though. They got the pressure off. That's all that matters. Nice hit. Mike Riley coming up, though. Saplikov. Jack Hughes. Nobody else but him. That's actually Luke. I'm sorry. There's Jack. Jack's back on the ice. And he kind of gets bumped off the puck a little bit. Saplikov. Back over to Holstrom. Back over to Riley. Back over to Holstrom again. Markstrom. Nothing doing, though. Markstrom's not letting anything through. I mean, this is for the Devils series. They're down 3-0 right now. Andre Palat goes up to second in league leading hits in the playoffs. Jack Hughes loses the faceoff, and I'm not quite sure why. He just walked right into the defender there, but yeah. Oh, trying to make sure Jack Hughes doesn't get anything going, and he doesn't. Bo Horvat up to Barzal. Barzal way back over there to Brock Nelson. Pesci, though. Siegenthaler as well. Hughes is not going anywhere. We're going to make sure that he doesn't do anything this game, or at least for the rest of it, as Nelson steals the puck. Barzal going right back up. Barzal kind of in alone a little bit there. He's got Pelech off to his side. Barzal! Nothing doing, though. Nelson does keep the puck. Bo Horvat. Horvat keeps the puck. Horvat going around. Simone Nemec, though. Simone Nemec takes that one, and it's Jack Hughes. Who else but Jack? He could be doing it here, and he let Timo Meier do it anyway. Timo Meier takes the rebound and saves the Devils' season in overtime. What a rebound that he had to take there. Right up his alley. Timo Meier just coming in behind Jack Hughes. Took the rebound right off the pad and knocked it right over the top. Look at that. Perfect. Went for the backhand, ended up taking the rebound over the top, and it's 5-4 Devils. As we are headed back to the locker room on that one. Played a pretty good game, though, I will say. And now it is a 3-1 series lead still, technically, for your New York Islanders. As we're getting ready for at least one more game here in UBS Arena. The Devils made sure of that in overtime. Last game potentially here in UBS Arena. When it comes to going against the Devils, and Bo Horvat, real quick strike. We don't usually strike first. They had a long power play there, and they didn't get anything. JGP, trying to make sure that the Devils don't get another miraculous playoff victory. Anders Lee makes it 3-0. Yeah, we're just trying to make sure that they don't get a chance. 3-0 at the end of the first. We're going to the second here. We're on a power play too. Nothing doing there. Another power play. Nothing doing there either. 3-0. Nico Hischier, though, the captain, gets one back. And Frankie V with his first one of the playoffs here in Game 5. Makes it 4-1, and now we've got one more period left until we're in the second round. Devils put up a good fight, that's for sure, especially winning that last game in OT, but we're up 4-1 right now. Nico Hischier makes it 2-4. We've got 10 minutes left in the game. Anthony Duclair, the dagger, so to speak. 5-2 for your Islanders. And it looks like that's going to be the final score. Yes, sir, it is. Your New York Islanders are going to the second round of the Year 1 playoffs after beating the Devils 4-1 in the series. I don't even know if our dance partner has been determined yet. I know the Rangers beat the Wings in 4 straight. The Lightning are up 3-2 on the defending Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. And the President's Trophy winners are up 3-2 on the Carolina Hurricanes. On the other side, we've got a 4-0 from the Avalanche onto the Jets. And then a 4-1 from the Oilers onto the Canucks, who kind of went almost all in to an extent at the deadline just to lose 4-1 to the Oilers. A couple 3-0s, or 3-2s as well. So let's sim 2 days here, see what happens. So yeah, I think it's confirmed that our dance partner hasn't been determined yet. I think we're getting the winner of Tampa and Florida, as the Toronto Maple Leafs make it past the first round, beating the Carolina Hurricanes 4-2. They won the President's Trophy. They definitely should have. Oh, we've got a Game 7 on our hands. The Lightning and the Panthers are going to Game 7, along with the Golden Knights and the Blues are going to Game 7, and the Dallas Stars and the Nashville Predators, new look Nashville, are also going to Game 7. So, see what happens next here. Dallas and Nashville still 3-3. Same with Tampa and Florida. And then the Vegas Golden Knights end up beating the St. Louis Blues in Game 7. So the Blues made it to the playoffs and took Vegas to Game 7, which is pretty interesting to say the least. See what happens next. And that's it. We're playing the Rangers, actually. I didn't know that. And the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Florida Panthers in Game 7. Along with the Dallas Stars beating the new look Preds in Game 7. Okay. Alright, so the Rangers won the Metro, and we got second in the Metro. So it's 1 versus 2 basically on our hands here, as it's Central v Central, Pacific v Pacific, and Atlantic v Atlantic as well, as of right now in all these playoff series. So Game 1 will be in Madison Square Garden against the Rangers, who, as a refresher, swept the Detroit Red Wings 4-0, not letting the Red Wings get a singular game on them. And yeah, we're in MSG. Round 2 starts now. Romanov gets one over early on Shesterkin. But Lafreniere, I mean, he's going to be a thorn in our sides. Jimmy Vesey as well. Lafreniere with a power play goal, Vesey, and then Schneider 3-1. Oh, we're down early here. Power play. That's one of our only saving graces, in all honesty. It's our power play. Frankie V, though, gets one over on his former team right at the end of the first. And now it's 2-3. We're not done fighting yet. Second period, round 2 of your Year 1 playoffs. Power play for the Rangers. Goes nowhere. Another power play for the Rangers. Goes nowhere again. We need a goal here to tie it up. We're getting outshot once again, though, I will say. And now we're going to the third period, down by 1, 3-2. We got to tie it up here. We're getting a few extra shots, and we do. JGP ties it up. JGP has been really good in these playoffs. Tied at 3 here. Going down to the wire. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 20 seconds, and we're in overtime in game 1. All right. Overtime hockey here in game 1. New York Rangers versus New York Islanders. In MSG, nonetheless. They are out shooting us by a metric ton of shots right now. Their shot count just keeps going up and up and up. Oh, but we get it! We edge one out. Anthony Duclair in OT, one of the only shots that we got. And we win game 1 against the New York Rangers in the Garden. Unbelievable. Anthony Duclair. What a pickup he was. And that's the first loss of the Rangers playoff season so far, as the Maple Leafs also lost to the Lightning. Avalanche beat the Stars, and the Knights beat the Oilers 1-1. 1-0 on their sides. Game 2, also in MSG. The Isles are up 1-0. Your New York Islanders are up on the Rangers 1-0 in the series and in the game. 1-0 Matt Barzal, game 2. We're on a power play here. Nothing doing. Another power play. Nothing doing. Alright, and we're up 1-0 in the series and in the game. Matt Barzal doing pretty good for himself. I like where this is headed. The Rangers, the monsters, the behemoths that they were at the beginning of the season. Or toward the end of the season, really. They won the Metro. We came second in the Metro, just based on sheer tiebreaker, I guess. Chris Kreider, though, the man who everyone wants out of New York, along with Vinny Trocheck, making it 2-1 now for the Rangers. That fast is how that can happen. We're going into the third, down 1, though. Most dangerous lead to have in the NHL is a 1-goal lead, and Panarin, the bread man, finally gets one over on us. Time is dwindling down here. We've never been a team that doesn't like to reply, and we do. Noah Dobson, 4 minutes left in the game. We're only down 1 now, and JGP brings it all the way back. Power play goal, and Filipino with 20 seconds left on the power play. And we lose game 2 in dramatic fashion. Unbelievable. Wow, okay. Filipino with 28 seconds left in the third period on a power play sneaks one past Sorokin. Unbelievable. We lose game 2 in absolute dramatic fashion. But that's okay now, because we're headed back to UBS Arena, tied 1-1 in the series. UBS Arena is rocking against the Rangers, as we're rolling now. In game 3, series tied 1-1. Rangers, Keandre Miller gets one early on Sorokin. 5-on-4 now. And Chris Kreider gets another one. 2-0 Rangers right now. 5-on-4 power play for us. Goes nowhere. First period comes to a close. And it's 2-0 Rangers. Power play for us. Goes nowhere though. Another power play. We need one here. Nothing. We're not tallying very many shots, but it doesn't matter. Bo Horvat on Shiesty. It's 2-1 now. We can still come back from this. But either way, we've got a third period to play. We're being outshot by 10 right now, 24-14. 5-on-4 power play for us. It's a long one. Oh my God, it's a long one. And we get one. Brock Nelson right after it's over. It's tied now. Matt Barzal makes it 3-2 for the Owls. Oh, but Will Cooley, 3-3. No way. Power play for them. It's a really long one, but they don't get it. Thank the Lord. And we're going into OT here. Game 3 in the UBS Arena. I said I wasn't going to hop in, but I kind of want to hop into this one, so I'm going to hop into this one. It's our first game against the Rangers in UBS in the playoffs. We're tied 1-1 in the series. Game 3 here. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see an overtime goal from your boys in UBS. I want to hear that horn sound. I don't remember what the score is. I think it's 3-3. It is. 3-3 OT here. Brock Nelson wheeling it in for Barzal. Throws it back to Pellet. Back to Barzal. Over to Nelson. Back to Barzal again with a clapper. Nothing doing. Bo Horvat. Mika and Trocheck along with Keandre. Adam Fox wheeling in. He's got one in front of him. Goes nowhere. Pellet now has the puck. He was trying to get way too fancy. Oh, Barzal almost stole that one in all honesty. Rangers are playing a little soft here in OT to start. We've kind of been roughing them up, throwing them around a little bit. Oh, okay. All right, Panarin. They realize they need to regroup a little bit. Vinny Trocheck, he's got a lot of people in front of him. Adam Fox, nothing doing. Barely even touches Sorokin. Pellet. Wheeling in. Game 3 OT, round 2. Your New York Islanders rebuild. Oh, what a hit. Duclair up to JGP, who's all alone. Nothing doing, though. He actually kind of gets bodied a little bit from behind, and the net comes off its moorings. Alexis Lafreniere goes up in points now. Passes our Bo Horvat. Frankie V and JGP are on the ice, along with ADC. JGP passes it way up to Frank Vetrano. He's got one already against his former team. Over to Pellick, and Pellick scores! Adam Pellick! His first playoff goal this season. These year 1 playoffs. What a goal it was. And now we're up in the series 2-1, baby. What a feed. And just a nice shot from Adam Pellick, who starts twisting and turning right into the enemies. UBS Arena came unglued. What a overtime winner. We ended up having 3 extra shots as well than they did. So that was pretty nice to see. And now we're up 2-1 in the series. 2 4-3 overtime wins and a 4-3 loss. Heading back to UBS for Game 4, where we could take a 3-1 lead. UBS Arena. Coming unglued on this power play here. Nothing doing, though. Another power play for your Isles. Nowhere for the Islanders. Power play for the Rangers goes nowhere, though. Looking pretty good so far. Okay. All right. Nothing at the end of the first. Feeling each other out here, how this one's going to go. We have way less shots, but it doesn't matter. Duclair again. Playoff warrior for us. Also killed a penalty there for the Rangers. Power play again. And a power play goal from Bo Horvat makes it 2-0. Breadman gets one right back right in front of the net on the other end. Power play for us goes nowhere. It's 2-1 Isles. And that's it for the second period. Got one more period left. 2-1. Your New York Islanders have a chance to go up 3-1 in the series. 3-1 in the game right now, though. Frank Vetrano scores one early at the beginning of the third. He was definitely a good pickup for us, to say the very least. 3-1. Power play for the Rangers goes nowhere. 2-3, though. Lafreniere gets one over on Sorokin. And that's going to do it. The New York Islanders are up 3-1 in the series on the New York Rangers in the second round of your Year 1 playoffs. And if these playoffs keep going long like this, then I'm not going to do the draft or anything like that in the season. I'm going to kind of do it like a Johnny Superb man with his Flyers and his Utah Yeti and whatnot, where you end it at the playoffs and then you pick everything up at the beginning of the next season. Especially if we end up going around 3 here. So as of right now, we're up 3-1 in the series on the New York Rangers. I'm going to sim to this day. We're going to back out. And it's supposed to be Sorokin versus Shesterkin again. But in order to make sure that Sorokin doesn't get too tired or too hurt, with us being up 3-1 in the series, I'm going to do the controversial decision of putting Semyon Varlamov in the net. Just for this game. It's going to be Varlamov versus Shesterkin just for this game, and it's really only because Varlamov is a really good player. He's a really good goalie, in all honesty. He didn't do that bad for us either in the game, in the season, so we're gonna let Varley get the net on the road here just for this game, and then Sorokin's coming right back. Game 5 with a chance to win 4-1 in this series as well. Your New York Islanders are up 3-1, back in the Garden, back in Madison Square Garden for Game 5. They're out shooting us a lot more, and Zibanejad Mika gets one over on Varley, makes it 1-0. Varley gets got again from Trocheck, but Anders Lee makes it 2-1. Our captain on the power play. Trocheck had a short-handed, actually, is what that was. That's crazy. 2-1 going into the second period of Game 5. We're getting outshot so bad. Like, how do we just keep getting outshot by both of these teams? They've just been out shooting us by so much. And now we're going into the third period down 2-1. Varlamov in net really hasn't even been that bad. Power play goal for Bo Horvat ties it up at 2 now. It's a brand new game. Adam Fox, though, right back on it. It's 3-2 for the Rangers. Your Islanders need something now. Power play, don't let that go in, and it does. Panarin, and I think he kind of just sealed it for the Rangers here in Game 5, and he did just do just that. 4-2 is your final score for Game 5, and now it's 3-2 in the series for the Islanders instead of 3-1 or 4-1. So, didn't really need that. Sim up to this day for Game 6 in UBS. This is where we're hoping to close it out. gotta take Varley out of the net, though. It's time to give it back to Sorokin. Sorokin arguably shouldn't have even been pulled in the first place. But I wanted to make sure that he didn't get too tired or too... Like I wanted to make sure he didn't get too tired or injured either. So Game 6, your Islanders have a chance to end it 4-2 right here in UBS in the year 1 playoffs. Let's see what we can do here. Power play. Nothing doing though. JGP gets one over early on Shesterkin. Power play again. The Isles, Capo Caco on the Rangers, gets one over on the Islanders here though. Makes it 1-1. And it's 2-1 now. Chris Kreider with 2 minutes left. Alright, going into the second period, we're down 2-1 here at home. Not what you want to see with a chance to close it out here. You do not want to see this at all from the Islanders. Power play for us. Goes nowhere. We're actually winning in the shot department, but we're losing 3-1 right now. Will Cooley gets one over. Power play for them. Doesn't get in, though. Now we're not winning in shots anymore. Still 3-1, though. We're going into the third. Down 2. 3-1 series. 3-2 series, actually, for the Islanders. This is for Game 7. The Rangers need to win this to take us to Game 7. The power play for the Islanders goes nowhere. Power play for the Rangers. Panarin. And I think they're trying to make good work of forcing a Game 7. McLean and Kreider make it 5-2 Rangers. McLean did get one back for us, but yeah. I think it's safe to say, ladies and gentlemen, that the Garden is where we will be. Game 7 versus the New York Rangers in round 2 of your Stanley Cup playoffs, year 1 for your New York Islanders. We're going to leave Varley in net. We've got multiple Game 7s across the league. The Toronto President's Trophy winners ended up losing in the second round again to the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-1. So the winner of this faces the Lightning, along with the Avalanche sweeping again, double sweep for them, the Stars. And it's a 3-3 series between the Oilers and the Knights over there in the West. All right, Game 7, Madison Square Garden. Where else would you rather be except for UBS? New York Islanders, year 1 playoffs. This could be the end of the stream here. Power play for them goes nowhere. The Islanders get one over, though. Noah Dobson makes it 1-0. Looking good so far. Game 7 of the year 1 playoffs, round 2. Islanders are in New York, obviously, but they're in the Rangers' home of MSG. Second period, we're up 1-0. Power play for them goes nowhere. Power play for us goes nowhere, sadly. We're kind of keeping up with them a little bit in the shots as of right now, though. That's pretty good. That's what you want to see. They've just kind of been running away with it. Riley Smith, though, gets one over on Sorokin to tie it up. Kind of running away with the shots again, but here we are, tied 1-1 in the third period of Game 7. As dramatic as ever is this series. Power play goes nowhere for them. 2-1 Bo Horvat. All right. It's 2-1 Islanders going into Game 7's period 3's 5th minute, 4th minute. Hold on, Sorokin. Hold on, Sorokin. And he ties it with 20 seconds left. Oh, no. Mika Zibanejad ties the game with 20 seconds left, and we're going to overtime. Oh, overtime in Game 7 in Madison Square Garden. Oh, no. Oh, no. Game 7. Year 1 playoffs. Overtime. Where else would you rather be? We lose We're going home. We win. We get rid of our biggest threat potentially in the New York Rangers. Pellet over to Horvat, starts it off here. Brock Nelson behind the goal. Barzal early scores! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have beaten the New York Rangers. Matt Barzal with a early overtime goal. And we're headed to round 3. One step closer to the Stanley Cup playoffs. We have to go against none other than the Tampa Bay Lightning. But right now, let's let the boys celebrate. Let's let them do a little bit of a handshake here with the Rangers as well, though. Even if they might not have liked them. They're sending everyone in the Garden home angry. As the Islanders win in early fashion here in the overtime of Game 7, 3-2. Matt Barzal. Unbelievable. Barzal with the series clincher in Game 7. And just like that, we are headed to round 3 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh, and then they have the advantage here, by the way. Look at that. The Eastern Conference Finals against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Western Conference Finals will be the Avalanche, who have still yet to drop a game, against the Vegas Golden Knights, who have went to 2 Game 7s already, I think. So we're in Tampa for Game 1 and Game 2. In Tampa for Game 1, though, the Islanders will be facing the Tampa Bay Lightning. Round 3, the Eastern Conference Finals, start now. Game 1 in Amalie Arena. Power play for the Islanders, goes nowhere. Lightning in the Isles with a storied history, and Trevor Van Riemsdyk gets his first of the playoffs. What better spot than on Vasilevsky from halfway on the point? And we're actually out shooting them a little bit. I guess the Rangers were just a get shots to the net type team. Same for the Devils, which makes a lot of sense in all honesty. Here we go, second period. Kucherov, though, the ever dangerous Nikita Kucherov, gets one over and makes it 1-1. Islanders and Lightning are tied in the second period. Getting a few extra shots out on them, though. They have a power play, goes nowhere. And now we're going to the third period, tied at 1. We're tied at shots as well, 21-21. All right. This is Game 1 here in Amalie Arena. Eastern Conference Finals. Connor Sheary, haven't heard that name since NHL 16. Nikita Kucherov makes it 3-1. We've been known to make a few comebacks here and there. And a nice little power play goal from Bo Horvat. Hold on now. It's 2-3. We need something now. No, Ryan McDonough makes it 4-2, and the Tampa Bay Lightning look like they are going to win Game 1, and that's exactly what they do. 4-2 Game 1. Tampa Bay Lightning, they only outshoot us by 1 there at the end. Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1 goes to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Looking like a pretty good team, if I do say so myself. But we're also pretty good. Amalie Arena for Game 2. Where else would we rather be? We'll be back at UBS after this one. Let's try to make it 1-1 series. And Duclair opens the scoring early. Power play for the Lightning right after. Barzal with a power play goal. That was at the very beginning of ours. It hadn't even popped up yet. And it's 2-0 early. Power play for them. And we get a shorthanded from Holmstrom. But Cirelli ends up getting one back for them, along with Cirelli getting another one already on hat trick watch. Nikita Kucherov makes it 3-3 that fast. Holmstrom right back, though. Makes it 4-3 Islanders. 4-4 Braden Point. I mean, come on. The goalies did not come to play. Johansson is already in the net. 4 the Lightning, as it's 4-4 after the first. Johansson might be in there. Vasilevsky might have gotten hurt, actually. I'm not sure. 4-4 after the first. Johansson is now in net, who is historically not the best goalie in the world. This power play right here should give us one. Parabik's short-handed, but Vetrano back the other way. We are fighting. We are fighting. 6-5. 6-5 us. Vetrano gets another one. He's on hat trick watch. Third period, game 2. It's 7-5 Frank Vetrano hat trick. Unbelievable. Power play for us as well. Johansson really letting this one get out of hand. Never mind, Jake Gensel. And now Varley is in net. It is 7-6 in game 3. This is the highest scoring game we've seen in the playoffs so far. And we barely edge out 7-6 to make it 1-1 in the series. Unbelievable first period. Everything being tied up at 4. Holy. And yeah, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, as long as I'm still live right now, which I think I am, when these playoffs are over, we'll kind of give a little bit of an overview, and then we will end stream. And then next stream will be Siege, probably. And then the stream after that will be Season 2 of the Islanders rebuild. So get ready for that. But as of right now, we're heading back to UBS. Eastern Conference Finals tied 1-1. Looking pretty good so far. If the next stream isn't Siege, it might be Marvel Rivals, by the way, because I'm going to be playing the hell out of some Marvel Rivals. But yeah. Looking pretty good. Heading back to UBS. Tied series 1-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Lightning. I like their updated logo as well with the white in the circle. Power play for us. Kyle Palmieri early, just like that. Nick Paul, though, gets one right back onto Sorokin. Vasi is back in the net as well, I've noticed. Power play for us. Short-handed Chernak. Unbelievable. Barzal, though, gets one right back at the end of the power play to make it 2-2. 30 seconds left, and Tampa will open with a power play at the beginning of the second period. But it's tied 2-2. Not bad. These two teams are definitely fighting, to say the very least. They have so many more shots than we do right now. 2-2, second period. Series tied 1-1. This is game 3 in UBS Arena. Power play for us. Goes nowhere. All right, game 3 is going to the third period, tied 2-2 in UVS. Eastern Conference Finals looking pretty good. Last time the Eastern Conference Finals happened between these two teams, it didn't end very well for the Isles. But Frank Vetrano, 3-2 lead now for your New York Islanders. That one was from way back there. It was probably redirected. And just like that, Frank Vetrano seals it for the Islanders for us to take a 2-1 lead. Coming out of UBS Arena, Frank Vetrano is really proving his worth here. He's going for that contract, in all honesty. He is going for a good contract. And we might have to let a few different defensemen, not necessarily defensemen, but a few different players who aren't impacting the team as much as they should go in free agency in order to sign these guys. But Frank Vetrano definitely deserves it after what he's done so far this season. He's getting at the very bare minimum a 2-year deal. And now we're up 3-2. Well, we're up 2-1 in the series, but we won that last game 3-2. Avalanche are up 2-1. They finally lost their first. Back in UBS for game 4. Trying to go up 3-1 in the series are your New York Isles. Power play for us goes nowhere. Power play for them goes nowhere. Power play for us again. It's a really long one. And we finally get one right at the end of it. Frank Vetrano, who else? He has been a stud in these playoffs so far for us. A hat trick in Game 2. Game sealer in Game 3. And now the first one in Game 4. Second period, we're up 1-0. Ryan McDonough, though, ties it quick. 1-1. They're getting a few extra shots in here on Varley or Sorokin. And Sorelli makes it 2-1 for them. Not looking too good for your Islanders here, as we're headed to the third period down 2-1. I don't like it very much, but we're going to see what happens. 3-1 Perbix on to Sorokin. 3-2 though. Frank Vetrano again on hat trick watch. Here in UBS, the hats might fly. Power play for them. Goes nowhere. Power play for us. Goes nowhere. 7 minutes. Your Islanders need something bad. Power play goes nowhere. Come on, boys. Score something. And nope. Empty netter. Braden Point makes it 4-2 again. Frank Vetrano was on hat trick watch, but alas, nothing doing. We didn't end up getting the goal that we needed. Instead, they got an empty netter to make it 2-2 series. The Avalanche are up 3-1 as well over there, so it could very well be the Avalanche waiting in the Stanley Cup Final. Back in Tampa for Game 5. In Amalie Arena here. Game 5 underway. Series tied 2-2. Power play for them early, and Brandon Hagel. Brandon Hagel twice. Fast. One on the power play, one not. Brandon Hagel just gets a hat trick in the first period. It's 3-0 Tampa, and the hats are already flying in Amalie Arena. Not looking good at all. Connor Sheary, yeah. Oh my God. Jake Gensel makes it 5-0. Oh my God, it's 6-0. Your New York Islanders in the first period just let this one get away from us, and now we're looking to be down in the series 3-2 after this. Oh, Lord. We're going to basically have to score 6 unanswered, and we haven't scored a single one so far in the second or in the first. Power play for them goes nowhere. Nothing doing. I think it's fixing to be 6-0 at the end of this game. 7-0 actually. Brandon Hagel again with his 4th of the night. Oh my Lord. Barzal gets 1 on to Vasi. Makes it 7-1. Power play for us goes nowhere. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to be fighting for our lives in the next game. Mike Riley makes it 7-2, but yeah, 7-2 is insane. They came out the gate absolutely blasting. And now, what once looked promising is now a 3-2 series lead for them. We're back to UBS, but this could be where our road ends in UBS Arena. Let's find out. Game 6 in UBS Arena. Your Islanders win. We force a Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. And if we lose, well, we're going home. But we will have done a damn good job getting there. Instead of going home, you could really just say we'll be staying home. But either way. Tampa looking to see if they can be the ones to face the Colorado Avalanche in a 2022 rematch. Or will the Islanders hold on and make it Game 7 like they had to against the Rangers? No goals yet in the entirety of the first. Power play for them, and Gensel gets 1 on the power play. It's 1-0. We're a lot better at defending so far this game. 2 more power plays for each team. Go nowhere. We're doing pretty good on shots too. Perbix though gets 1 over on Sorokin to make it 2-0. Not looking good at all going into the third, down 2-0. We've been getting more shots on net though, I will say. We just need to see if one can go past for Bob Vasilevsky, but no. Cam Atkinson twice makes it 4-0. I think our road has finally ended. Bo Horvat trying to make sure it doesn't, but yeah. I think we're finally done here. 5-1 Kucherov on Sorokin, yep. I think we're finally done here in the year 1 playoffs, and yep, it looks like we are. 5-1 is your final. And the New York Islanders go all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals just to lose in Game 6 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. See who they'll be playing in the Stanley Cup Final. It will be the Colorado Avalanche in a 2022 rematch. Two one for the Tampa Bay Lightning as of right now. And the Tampa Bay Lightning end up winning the Stanley Cup. They avenge their 2022 loss against the Colorado Avalanche and win the 2025 Stanley Cup. 2024-2025 Stanley Cup. Wow. Steven Stamkos, who? This team is still so complete in everything that they do. We're going to go up to retirement. And let's see who retired at the very least. Seattle jumps up from 8 to 2. Chicago gets the first pick. Montreal via Calgary, they get 4th. And of course, we're nowhere near there. None of our draft picks ended up moving up, which we only had ours really. So. Yes, view retired players. So who retired this season? Nick Backstrom, the goalie. Oh no, not the goalie, the one from the Capitals. Retired. Artem Anisimov, Strawman, Trevor Lewis, Derek Ryan. Nobody really too important besides him. Yeah, nobody really important besides him. Gustafsson, Eric Gustafsson retired. Yeah, nobody super important retired. Some coaches retired. All right, and this is where we're going to pick up on the next one. On the next episode of the New York Islanders series, rebuild series we've got going on here. Take a quick look at the draft class before we go. First overall pick is most likely going to be Cole Bell. Roger Lowry is supposed to be going second. Anton Frundell, who is a real life person. Pedro Smolinski is not real, I don't think. Porter Martone is, though. Samu Kapanen might not be, but Roger McQueen is real. Michael Misa is real. Denoyer is real. Malcolm Spence is real. Rechny is real. I think Jake O'Brien is real. I'm not sure. I know Jordan Gavin most likely is. Matthew Schaefer is. I could be looking to move up to get him because he's a defender. I don't really know if too many of these other guys are real. In all honesty, Gabe Daigle. He's going to be a stud. Cameron Schmidt, he might be. I'm not sure. Oh, he's a gem. Nazir Emerton. I don't necessarily like too much of what I'm seeing out of the potential for these guys. Like our scouts did not do a very good job. I'm gonna have to make sure that I send them out myself next year. See if they do a better job that way. Alright, we got a little bit of a look at the draft class there. we're probably going to be picking pretty late, considering we made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals Game 6. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode of your New York Islanders rebuild. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream and the potential video that this will end up being. We ended up losing to the Tampa Bay Lightning in 6, and they ended up winning the Stanley Cup in either 5 or 6, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Overall, not that bad of a season. We're looking to re-sign Frank Vatrano for sure. And all of our other guys are under long-term contract already. So we need to free up a little bit of cap space and do a little bit of moving around on our bottom lines and whatnot. But yeah, I think we've been doing pretty good so far, so to speak. Yeah. So our first year, the trade deadline and whatnot all came and went. We got Trevor Van Riemsdyk and Frank Vatrano, of course. We're looking to try to keep Frank Vatrano. Trevor Van Riemsdyk might sign him to a 1 year if he wants a minimum, but we'll get into all that next episode. So yeah, look out for either a Siege or a Marvel Rivals, most likely probably stream. Next stream, it'll be within the next few days probably, and then after that is when we will revisit the New York Islanders rebuild. So thank you all so much for watching and for being here in the live stream, and I will see all of you next time.